back to what Ice Cube is attempting to do. Uh, the problem that I have with it is, he said a couple things that kind of there's truth to them, but it's not the whole truth. Okay, and so um, we think about people in the community that have been fighting for justice. We think about people in the community that essentially dedicated their lives to fighting injustice, right? Fighting for justice. Um, and Ice Cube made a point. Uh, he basically questioned, what changes come. These people have been around. These community leaders have been around for a number of years, and no changes come. And that might be true for some, right? But the thing that's disappointed me about some of the things that Ice Cube is saying is this is a dude that at one point at the police, like, he gave young black males a voice. He gave us a voice, and you know, it's it's crazy to me that he doesn't remember how the government tried to take that voice away. People in our own community tried to take that voice away. Um, they took the impact of his words away. They try to make it to where people couldn't hear those words. And so for me, I feel like he's ignoring the many people in the community that have been silenced. Right? It's not that they're not doing anything. They don't get the access, the platform. They don't, when the city's asking people from the community to come speak, they're not asking certain leaders because they know certain leaders are going to say things that the city may not want people to hear, right? The nation may not want people to hear. And so when Ice Cube said, he basically just criticized anybody that's been working in the community um, for years, right? He criticized all of them, whether they're doing good or bad, by saying what he said. And so I would have hoped that he would have distinguished, like, there's some people in the community that are doing a lot, and as a result, they're seen as a threat. Because that would have been a very valid reason that they may not be able to do some of the things that Ice Cube feels he's doing. And then there's others that ain't doing nothing, right? And they're taking advantage of their position and doing very little to actually help the community, to advocate for the people in the community. And so I would ask Ice Cube, why are you talking, right? And not because he's a rapper, not because he is a director or whatever. I've heard a number of reasons why he should be written off. Do you not know anybody in the community? Do you not know any community leaders, locally or nationally, that have been saying similar things, that have been attempting to do what you're doing? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. He might have a team of these people, and they might feel like, yo, Ice Cube, bro, I think he'd be more powerful if you said it, right? And if that's the case, then who am I to judge that, right? If you got community leaders actually encouraging you to be the one to speak, then I take what I'm saying back. But if not, these entertainers, like Lil Wayne, why didn't you bring, somebody from the community with you to that meeting? Um, why aren't community leaders speaking for black people? Why is it always it's the Cardi B's and the Ice Cubes? And Ice Cube makes a little bit more sense than the others, but even that, it just doesn't. It ultimately doesn't make sense, you know. Um, yeah, so I always feel like anytime you see entertainers, athletes who all have the right to speak up, who all should speak up, I just wish they would bring that expert along, right? Because I agree, you don't gotta be an expert to speak up. Um, as an American, as a human, you have the right to speak up, to say how you feel. Um, but when you have access to the community and you also have access to this mainstream world, um, you have the opportunity to be a bridge. And if we don't utilize that opportunity to put communities together in positive ways, to where people can be heard, the voices can be heard, then ultimately whatever goals you have are going to fall short. Um, we have to understand that these guys are being looked at as a joke. By Lil Wayne, I'm sorry. Ice Cube and Lil Wayne are in the same boat. Ice Cube's direction may not be where you want it to be, but don't clump all these guys in the same boat. Ice Cube is trying to be politically, he's trying to be active, right? He's trying to make people aware of options and strategy that Malcolm X used to talk about. Claude Anderson. You got all these people that talked about the very thing that Ice Cube is trying to do, and then you clump him in a category with Lil Wayne, who looks like a damn fool in that picture with Trump, who sounds like a damn fool. It sounded like a damn fool for a very long time. And I'm gonna say something that's really unpopular, and I actually